wrong when I'm right, I'm hardly correct. Hardly alive, but I'm good, but hardly a mess. Hard to survive when you living life with regret. Hard to rely on the lies you're telling yourself. If I don't die from the pain, it's gonna be from the regret. It's gonna be from the regret. It's gonna be from the regret if I don't. It's gonna be from the.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, man? Another episode of Allegedly, man, with Late Mino wrong. You know what I'm
you that. Not Late Mino wrong.
Hey, man, you know what I'm saying, man?
Wow.
My wonderful co-host, man, Camino wrong, man. Your boy Streatz, man. We appreciate everybody tuning in with us tonight, man. We got some interesting topics, man. Well, as we got my guy D-Double gonna come back in and give his input on the things we talk about, man. So, Cam, man, what you got going on, man? Man, I seen you send me a track. I didn't even get a chance to listen to it and stuff, man.
Yeah, I sent you a track. Something I got back from the studio not too long ago.
Was that from that song that you was talking about already with the dude singing on it? Or that was something different?
No, that's something different. Talking about your track that what you was on the creative team for.
Oh, yeah, man. You know, I'm on the creative team and behind everything, man. I'm just behind the scene. I wear many hats and shit, even though y'all only see me with one.
Wow.
You know what I'm talking about? I wear many hats. One. Yeah, I got one that I got braids with. It got braids hanging out the back of that motherfucker and shit, man. That's when I be tapping into my artistic side and shit, man. Ain't nothing crazy been going on Facebook and shit, man. You need to address and shit, man.
Nothing but Jen, but she caught that.
No, I definitely because that nigga was like Jen. I'm like, damn. I'm sitting in my head like, yeah, Jen would make your motherfucker. I'm like, damn, who the fuck? I'm like, man, this nigga don't even know liquor. He don't even drink. This nigga talking about some gin. He still think we kids and shit. And then I was like, hold on, wait a minute. I gotta think about who I'm talking about. The nigga who always want to spell shit wrong.
Come on, man. You gotta do. Yo, my boy.
Man, as soon as I seen that shit, man, I'm like, man, yo, this one went over my head, man. Maybe I might be out of touch and shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
My boy D Jones tapping in.
D Jones, what's going on with you, man? Staying out of trouble? Oh, okay. Shit.
I hope.
You know what I'm saying, man? You all right out there in Facebook world?
Man, this shit get real in the virtual world, don't it?
Man, listen, man. Shit, man, I just been chilling, man. I ain't really pretty much seen nothing, man. I just been, you know, me, same thing, man. I just be irritating people and shit, making them mad and shit, man. Having them be like, man, I don't even know why I comment on there. I guarantee you, every time somebody comment on my post on somewhere I be serious, they be like, man, what the fuck did I comment for? I've seen his interaction with other people. You know,
I've seen people comment on your post and tell you good day.
Man, regular be the same person too.
It
be the same. People always want to tell me, you got it. Okay, good day. Man, hold on. Not you came to comment and then I didn't agree with what you said, which you knew I wasn't going to agree with what you said out the gate because you know how I am, yet you still took the time out to comment.
Nah,
and then when
they could change your opinion, it didn't work.
And they
retreated.
Man, where you been at, girl? We ain't seen you in a minute.
Man, hey, she been missing more than me.
Yeah, it's like the fourth. We was finna fire you and shit, man. 3 no calls, no shows, man. You was finna be up out of here, man.
Hey, I was checking my phone, see if she let me know she wasn't gonna be in attendance.
Man, I started to look through the obituaries and the prayers and shit, like make sure there wasn't nobody sending. Like
sending her up when they were saying
sending up a
up.
prayer for her and stuff.
Wow.
I was like, damn, I might have been like, damn, maybe I was wrong.
I would have thought God would have communicated better if that was the case, though.
Man, you hear me? Yeah, man. But it's like when I was talking about that. Did you read that post I had about love on there earlier? About as far as like how I was saying that I think it's damn near the same way as religion. You know what I'm talking about? It's just a concept that people chasing because like. How is 7.9 billion people on the planet? Everybody looking for love, but ain't nobody found the shit.
Man,
I'm just saying though.
Everybody ain't for everybody though. They don't.
But that's what I'm. Listen, you would think by the laws of probability, right? There would be more examples of it. You know what I mean?
Of
like
love?
of love, of actual
You
true
don't
love,
see
not just regular love that you have. Like I have love for you, love for everybody
He
who
talking
tune
about not
in.
just
You know what
regular
I'm
love,
talking
man.
about
You
the true
stupid.
love, like that these people.
You don't think that's real?
Nah, I think it's just a concept. You know what I'm talking about? And because it's just a concept, people chasing it.
It's a
Tough.
feeling.
Man, listen, I know. Man, like, no, I thought it was a tool. You know
Man, look, I'm just shooting back. I'm just shooting
But
back.
see, this is my thing though, right? Because I look at it like this, right? There's people out here who are like, man, you know, they're gonna find somebody who for them. Think about all the times people enter in relationships thinking that, hey, this person for me, and this is the one. Only to realize later on they're not the one, or to realize that, man, this ain't
Man,
really
I be
love,
wrong
or they
sometimes.
don't all the time though.
Damn, I'm
Like
only human.
that's what I'm
I ain't
saying.
passed all my tests
That's
with
what I'm
100.
saying. So out of 7.9 billion people, bro, you know what else was crazy that I looked up, man? That this is besides the subject, but I'll touch that on a minute. Out of 7.9 billion people on the motherfucking planet, man, that there should be more examples, at least 100,000 examples. You know what I'm talking about? At least 10,000, there aren't any, and everybody is entering in relationships and then they're exiting out of relationships. Like nobody is finding the one. Nobody is finding their soulmate. There are true people, and even the people who, to me, who say they found the one, I think they might just become complacent and just like, you know what, fuck it, man. We're just gonna make this work. And I understand that is love, and a lot of people are gonna be like, man, but that isn't the definition of true love.
Man, you can't determine the definition of true love. You can. What you saying? You saying that you can only want love one person in your life, bro?
No, I'm saying that the expectation that people want to find this true love
Man, they
is
better get out
just
the
a
movies.
concept. That's what I'm saying. It's a concept, bro. Like it's not just in the movies, bro. It's this. I equated it the same thing with religion. You know what I'm talking about? How religion is just a concept. How it gives people hope. It gives people something to chase for. But finding love, man, that shit down there like making it to the NBA. And shit, the odds of that is higher than actually finding true love, or you know, finding like, man, listen, man, a lot of times, like I be thinking, like even people who be married and be together, bro, when you go around them and you hear them sometimes when they talk about their significant other, it don't be sounding like no love, bro. It be sounding damn near like a job. You know what I'm saying?
Man, it is about trade-offs.
Man, see, that's what, and that's it sound like it is. You sound like the zodiac sign people.
Man, I might as well believe in the Bible if I'm believing the zodiac. That's
man.
that.
Nah, hey, listen, man. I remember I used to believe in it tough too. Well, I didn't necessarily believe in it.
Hey, did you know that the Bible is a story about the zodiac signs?
I could believe that. I mean,
bro, I'm
the
gonna
Bible.
send you a video when we get off here, bro, and this shit gonna fuck you up.
Listen, man. You know what I was looking up, man? That it took 2 million years, right, for there to be 1 billion people on the planet, right? You know what I'm talking about? Like after the Earth existed 2 million years, then it reached 1 billion people on the planet. But it only took 2,000 years for it to reach 7 billion people.
I think motherfuckers been around a little longer. And some shit happened and wiped all the existence of people out.
You think so? But I'm talking about,
I feel like people went around forever. Because what's forever? You know, time just made up.
I mean, there ain't no such thing. I mean, if time is really just a measurement of things.
Yeah, that's
you know
why I say,
whereas
people really could have been around forever. Well, we don't know forever is. So we say 1 million years. You hear me?
You say, I mean, yeah, if they was, I mean, but I guess they going by, you know, they carbon dating, you know what I'm talking about, of things. So that's how they able to tell how long somebody has been here. And they not saying that they accurate or it's definite, but that's the best, you know what I'm talking about, way that they can actually measure something, is measure as far back as how people been here. But I just thought it was amazing just how it like, then it took 1% of the amount of time to get to, you know what I'm talking about, 6 other billion people on here with that 1 billion when it took 2 million years to get just to that 1 billion. You know what I mean?
Because y'all out here going nuts.
Man, you say we out here going nuts.
Man, you got you helping out.
You say I'm helping?
You act like you innocent. You throwing rocks and hide in your hand.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you what motherfucker told me when I said, dang, let that motherfucker rest. So she said, I be fruitful and multiply. You know what I said you sure right. Be fruitful. You hear me?
You took it and ran with it.
And took it and ran with it, man. Be fruitful and shit, man. But man, we definitely got some interesting topics for y'all tonight, man. We want to talk about how the more so really how racial money and finances are. You know what I mean? we're gonna bring my man D Double on here, get his intake on it, as well as I wanted to talk about the little boy.
He already
who,
backstage.
I'm not sure if he is. He probably ain't gonna be here. He probably will be here in like 10 minutes. I told him to come on at like 10, so he should probably be coming on here soon. And I also wanted to talk about the little boy who got the Michigan shooter. His parents, they got arrested. They went on the run and everything and shit. Have you read up on it?
I was gonna let you brush me up.
The motherfucking damn, that nigga B Things got another page, man. I thought every time I see that nigga name, I be blocking that motherfucking page, bro. He had another page I seen pop up on somebody else's post, and I blocked that shit too. You know what I'm talking about? Just because he thought it was funny when no girl said that shit to me on Facebook.
I went and looked at that. I think he was laughing at her. I think he thought you ate.
No, he was laughing at me because he ain't laughing none of my comments. He ain't laughing none of my comments or
I tried to see the best in him.
He ain't agree with me, so I just
sure thought that too. Though I was just trying to lie.
Just got him on about it there and shit. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I'm gonna get when I get out this live. I'm gonna come block that one. But I'm glad you here.
What up?
Blocking you on Facebook ain't got nothing to do with the love I still have for you. I still fuck with you, love you. I just don't want to see your likes, your likes and your love. You don't want to virtually see him. You want be against me. You know, somebody on Facebook.
After all the love you got for him.
Yeah, all the love I got for him, man. He can't never pick up no motherfucking thing.
He used his platform to try to embarrass you.
Man, you know what I'm saying? I'm on his side, so it kind of hurt me right here and shit, but it's still all love and shit. But with the Michigan shooter, the little boy, of course, he shot somebody, he shot 4 kids, injured 7 others, and they locked the parents up. Now, this is the reason they locked the parents up. Now, the school people, it's under investigation too, because it was a lot of red flags, and man, that nigga can't roll. You hear me? You hear me? That nigga his wood got all kind of little stick things in it and shit. Yeah, man, that shit ain't, you know what I'm saying?
It made me laugh like that. I knew he was coming to eat. And that's the twin right there. I just finally paroled him.
He said he think he likes back off your shit.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Damn, I fought for you.
Hey, so listen, right? So the shooter, it was a lot of red flags. Like the day before he shot somebody, the teacher caught him looking up ammunition on his phone, on his cell phone in class. They told the teachers they didn't do nothing about it. The day he shot the people, bro, he drew a picture saying that the thoughts won't stop with people bleeding, a gunshot wounds, people having blood. They called his parents to the school, bro. He in the classroom with the backpack and every motherfucking. I mean, he in the office with the backpack and everything. The parents refused to take him out of school. They sent him back to class. A couple hours later, he killed some people.
He come back.
Now his mama had texted him. His mother had texted him after him looking up the ammunition. They emailed the parents. His mother had texted him like laughing out loud, "I'm not mad at you. You got to learn not to get caught." Now, I don't know if that was in reference of she knew he was going to do the shooting. I don't think that she knew he was going to do the shooting, but there is also a text later on. They said that she said, don't do it. Text him, don't do it. Or something like that. I don't know. Maybe she realized after later on that, you know what I'm talking about?
He was serious.
Yeah, or maybe they got home and found out that the weapon was gone, you know what I'm talking about? And they didn't want to go back to the school like, hey, he got a gun, you know what I'm talking about? Knowing he was still going to jail regardless, and but she texted him the day before, like, you got to learn not to get caught. And I just understood that with her saying, like, when you looking up stuff on the internet, what you doing? You at school, you know what I'm talking about? Like, how you gonna be looking up something at school and then you get caught doing it? Because there are a lot of things people look up on their phones that they ain't got no business looking up. You know what I'm talking about? Like, there's an incident that happened after that in Georgia where a little boy, he was 13, had looked up on how to make semi-automatic weapons, started making them, and was selling them, bro.
He was looking up how to make them?
Started making them and selling them, bro. And why somebody try to take one without paying for it, and he go to shoot the person and shoot and kill his sister.
Who was this?
This is in Georgia. This is like maybe a few days after that incident happened. That's probably why a lot of people probably haven't heard about it.
And how old is he?
He was 13. The other boy, if I'm not mistaken, is 15. I ain't look up. I'm assuming so. I ain't look up the the race. I mean, because black people, they really ain't. They could just go buy a gun from Streatz. You know what I'm talking about? Streatz
Yeah.
might sell him one and shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they can get one from
I'm so
Camino.
used to throwing Pizzy under the bus. I almost said Pizzy to fill it in. It's just natural though. I'm so used to throwing him under the bus. I was like, shit, Pizzy, him or D Jones. You know, them be my go-tos to throw under the bus. I just use Pizzy and D Jones name just for Lego.
Yeah, they had the parents had bought the gun for him for Christmas, and it was a 9mm Sig Sawyer. The mother made a post like out celebrating, out testing out my son's Christmas gift with him. And I guess, you know, people didn't see no harm with it in that. But my thing was that with them charging the parents, they charging them with involuntary manslaughter. And get this, like the parents got paid lawyers and shit, and dude got a public defender.
Wow.
But they said
couldn't afford this.
But I think like another attorney said that it's because their case is a little more difficult. You know what I'm talking about? Because of, you know what I mean, what they're being charged with, and his case really is so much red flags and so much shit that went on. You know what I'm talking about? Like obviously something might be wrong with the little boy. Like, you know what I'm saying? He like to go to school and I don't know if he had been being teased or any of those types of things, or if he had being bullied or any of those things. I don't know. I know kids can be cruel. You know what I mean?
What state was this in again?
This is in Michigan.
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure what city. I can't recall off the top of my head, but it's in I understand he underage and it's illegal for him to possess guns. There are a lot of things that
before we get into that, can we take a short commercial break?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Let's take a short commercial.
Hey everyone, it's Lizette Martinez here. Guess what? I have a new show, Let's Talk, on the Address the Culture Network.
Addressing the culture, I'm addressing the culture, huh? Addressing the culture, I'm addressing the culture, huh? Addressing the culture.
I'm an author. My name is Lizette Martinez. I wrote Bingo Number 9, How to Survive Our Town. My book is available on Amazon and also Barnes & Noble. Check it out. We'll be bringing you great content, exclusive interviews, and a view into my world. Be sure to tune in. Check out my boy, Big Wall, on Address the Culture.
Out on hiphoptv.com on YouTube. Shit is fire. Check out hiphoptv.com on YouTube.
And we back from the commercial breaks and shit. I guess we gotta shoot our own commercial so our commercial can play through these people's shows and shit. You know what I'm talking about? Because my Cash App ain't get hit, so I don't know, you know what I'm talking about, how we been sponsored. You know what I'm saying? But you know it is.
That was hard, man. Though.
Shout out to the people, you know, with the I can't think of the girl name, man. But you know, I see Tone making big moves out there, man. Address the Culture Network. You know what I'm saying?
Make sure you subscribe on YouTube.
Hip Hop TV, you know. Make sure y'all subscribe, man.
Subscribe on YouTube to catch these full videos, if you want to catch them back at Address the Culture
not
Network.
Things on here talking about
you can follow is what you didn't say on YouTube. Subscribe to catch clips. If you just want to catch clips, we'll be updating that with clips.
Okay, to address B things. So why Kyle Rittenhouse? For one, 2 different states. 2, you should text or email the prosecutor. You know what I'm talking about? Or 3, said he already been found not guilty. He can't be charged again. That's double jeopardy. You know what I'm talking about? So the reason that his mama probably wasn't charged is because Kyle is closer to an adult and made a lot of those own decisions.
Oh no, he said Rittenhouse. My bad. You good?
Yeah, I know. That's what I said.
I'm talking shit. He thought that made a difference.
We ain't know. Anyways, I don't know why. I don't think the mom had anything to do with the decisions that Kyle made versus where you have them showing red flags of the parents buying the gun for him. He underage, clearly underage. You know what I mean? At least with the Kyle situation, he was just a year away from it. This little boy is 15. I don't even know the age. Maybe if D Double was in the background, if he on the show, he could come on and tell us. Eventually he'll pop on, I assume. But he could tell us maybe if he know the gun laws there. I don't know how old you have to be to possess a gun there. But I think it was just two totally different things. There were a lot of red flags. The mom texting the boy, them having the boy having access to the gun. You know what I'm talking about? Like Kyle's gun supposedly wasn't at his home, at his mama's home, so he never traveled state lines with it. His mother never brung him to Kenosha. That's another misconception that people have. If y'all watched the trial, which y'all obviously didn't, y'all would know that his mother didn't take him from Kenosha take him from wherever he lived at in Illinois to Kenosha. He drove there. He drove there himself. Yeah, he drove there himself with no license, which I was amazed at because, like, he just around this motherfucker driving around with no license and shit and let me do it.
So you can't even get around being a passenger.
Man,
they're going to pull you out the car. You the passenger.
I thought you was driving.
Man. Thought they thought we was overseas. I thought the wheel was on this side. What you walking up to my side for?
Man, I thought y'all was in the mail truck.
Ain't the how it be. What did you walk up to my side for?
Yeah, thank you, Kay. I'm aware. But yeah, I think it was more so just because with the boy, the reason and that's the thing. Like the reason I wanted to talk about that was because of what if they start doing that to a lot of black people who kids shoot people? They start charging the parents. Do you think that would change how niggas act? You know, because they love their mama to death.
Man, how you gonna? But you got to think of the parents who ain't got no control over their kids.
Shit, like, obviously they don't got no control over.
That's like charging parents when kids be truant.
Right, but so if they charge the parents, right? You think that would change kids' behavior overall, or do you think that it would just be we'll just have a bunch of kids and their parents locked up?
Man, you have both of them locked up, cellmates. She was aware that he had a gun and he was 17, makes him a minor for her to be responsible.
But even if she was aware that he had a gun, it wasn't the same. It's not the same situation. For one,
I know a lot of people with guns that stay in the house, like especially like white kids and shit got rifles and shit.
Yeah, they got rifles. You know what I'm talking about? Like
they go hunting.
Just gonna be excessive telling. And see, that be the thing. You say like that's just like how with your with them arresting the parents. I'm looking at it like, damn, like they got paid lawyers and he got a public defender. Like, do they really think that he don't got no chance on beating the case? And I think it's pretty much open and shut. But I also think that the school officials should also be charged as well, though, if they're gonna go that far as charging the parents, because here are the red flags that y'all have of seeing these people, knowing he done did this 2 days in a row. You have him look him up ammunition. The next day you got him pictures drawing people with a gun, and y'all still don't do anything about it. Y'all don't suspend
like she
him.
Promote violence. She said at the end of the day, parents are responsible for their kids. You gotta think of these kids. You can't do nothing but put your hands on them. And I'm not a component.
You can't even put your hands on them because you'll go to jail for it. You know what I mean? So like, even at the end of the day, parents are responsible for their kids. I will agree with that and I will disagree with that at the same time. Because like at a certain age, people still are making decisions on their own. So you can't be responsible for a choice that somebody still chooses to make on their own. I can teach you right. I can teach you everything. I can give you a good home, a loving home, and you still could go out there and sell drugs. I've seen it time and time again. I've seen people come from great family backgrounds, still go out there and shoot somebody. You know what I mean? Yeah, all those things. So you can't necessarily say that the responsibility falls on the parents, because at the end of the day, it's about accountability. And I think that's what a lot of people fail to realize. They always want to blame other people instead of taking accountability that the kid still makes a choice. You know what I mean? Now, if they know what's right or wrong, to me, I would have to get an understanding of what a child mindset is. You know what I mean? Because that's going to dictate on if they understand what's right and wrong.
Everybody ain't people person. People don't even know how to talk to adults, let alone a kid.
Man, it's people who grown who don't know right from wrong.
Yeah.
So who responsible for this? You gonna tell me that who responsible for them? They parents still. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the only reason I would be in disagreement.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We something. Don't worry about it.
They got something for them.
We got plenty of people like y'all. Don't worry about it.
Man, listen, man. And so that's what I just was curious, like, dang, because this isn't something that's normally done where you charge the parents. And I wonder, does this deter other parents from wanting to be like, hey, maybe I shouldn't get my kid this gun at this young age? You know what I mean? Like, and to most white people, having guns is just something, it's natural. You know what I mean? Like, black people have guns, and we never go hunting with the motherfuckers. We don't never go target practicing.
Man,
with
you
them.
know who we hunting?
Niggas. You hear me? Each other.
Target practice. Man, did you just see the Facebook post last week? Man, all right, bro. You was there.
Man, listen, man. Hey, motherfucker, what my nigga Ease the Block Captain say, man, learn how to shoot a gun when I had to shoot it.
Man, when I had to shoot it.
Gun.
I felt that.
You know, on the job training.
Come on, man. Paid training. Come on, man.
On the job training, man.
Come on, man.
Hey, man. So I definitely, it's a to me, more than anything, it comes down to the understanding of where people are at mentally. You know what I mean? Because there are a lot of things that people accept mentally that to me show me lack of understanding or having a strong mental mind. Like, you know, I know y'all hate me, you know what I'm talking about, when people believe in invisible people. You know what I'm saying?
That just comes down to people don't really understand people. That's what I came to realize. Everybody not like me. Just understand they're all different type of people.
Sociopathic and psychopathic behavior doesn't, but I mean, shit, you don't think it's psychopathic behavior in rap music?
Yeah, it's like serial killers.
Yeah, like, you know, somehow, like, they're like, you said, like, this really is the world. What you're talking about, saying that it doesn't,
bro. The serial killers go home and eat at night and say, "What's up, ma?"
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
go home and eat dinner. Talking about dinner on the stove. Like, this nigga just killed.
If that's the case, it's been there in every single black person that I know that's from the streets. Every single one of them, but ain't nobody diagnosing them. You're basing, because sociopath and psychopathic behavior, those are normally white people traits, because white people are the ones who ended up being studied because they're the one, or checked out, or go get help. So these studies that you're telling me about are really based on either white people or black people looking at other black people from a distance. You know what I'm talking about? Because
I know psychopaths.
Nah, it's lies. How's it lies? If you know, you can tap in and come on and voice your opinion if you would like to, man. KRJ. You know, we definitely here for all that.
No,
the music got us all.
It's all by design, though.
It's not even just the youngins, though. You know what I'm talking
about? That's part of population
everybody.
Control, though. The black on black music, the crime.
Yeah, it's everybody.
It's part of population control.
It's got the youngest fucked up, but it's got everybody fucked up, because this is what I say, it's got everybody fucked up. If people aren't speaking out against it or aren't doing anything about it, then, you know what I'm saying, silence is a form of yes. I'm okay with it. So you can't just say the youngest is the ones to blame when you got adults who listen to the same music, you know what I mean? Listen to the same shit, even though they might not going out and committing the crimes because they know they don't want to go to jail or they don't want to participate. They still bumping it. They still listening.
NBA young boy got the niggas 40 plus, letting NBA young boy influence him.
Man, letting NBA young boy influence him. Like, ever since I sit there and realize that, like, I'm telling you, bro, like, ever since I was like, man, like maybe a month ago, I was like, man, I'm not listening to that shit no more, bro. I don't even listen to it. Man, as bad as I wanted to listen to ESTG new music, ain't even play.
I didn't either. I ain't been listening to my Detroit shit or nothing. No more.
Man, I ain't been listening to none of that shit, because I'm like, bro, this shit ain't
only
even
Camino.
Beneficial.
Oh, my bad. I keep sliding that in there.
Fuck. Damn, that nigga CDL?
Damn, you always you know how to bring me back down, huh?
No, I just be, because I be needing something to listen to. I know that might be a little more positive and shit until you get into your one track that gotta be in by 10.
Nah, that's on the deluxe.
Oh, that's on
yeah, that's on the deluxe.
Who you say I'm gonna have to buy the first one to get to that one, huh? I'm gonna have to wait for that one to come back on the double disc. Yeah, man. I be listening to I still be listening to West Side Boogie though, you know what I mean? Just because his music, you know, like he's one of the reasons I like him. He's one of the only rappers I know. West Side Boogie, Everything for Sale. If y'all have never heard that album, definitely go listen to that album. Was nominated for Grammy. Y'all definitely should listen. Yeah, he did. Yeah, not this year. You know what I'm talking about? But the year it came out. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all definitely, he didn't win, of course, but y'all definitely should check him out. You know,
one of my favorite artists, him and Drake. I like him and Drake.
Yeah, I like Drake too. You know what I'm talking about? I like West Side Boogie just because he's one of the only rappers who I know who talks about mental health. You know what I mean? Like rappers are not talking about that. Like people in general don't even talk about mental health. You know what I'm saying? Like people like being bad people. People, what you say? Everybody loves saying they toxic. And what you say, they should just say they what?
Trash.
They just trash ass people,
trash.
Man. And your logic and your understanding is trash.
Man, you just use that to excuse it. That's like acknowledging I'm trash, but I ain't gotta fix it because I just call it that. No, trash.
Man, I be seeing mental breakdowns, man, on Facebook all the time, and I don't even be understand. I told you I tried the dude who tried to kill himself the other day.
I changed my outlook on that. We're gonna get back to what you're talking about. I changed my outlook on people using Facebook. I believe people be really depressed when they type them stats now. Because you know how different you gotta be to type that, knowing that you ain't really going through that. So I really think people be going through that sometimes. Now here I am not giving them credit on where they express it at. But that don't mean be praying on Facebook. Now I didn't say that God don't got a page. But you can get your shit off. You can be like, I'm deleting my page tonight. You can be like, fuck family. You can say all that.
You can say all that because somebody gotta feel some kind of way to type that shit. But see, my thing with that is that why you don't just tell that to your family?
They got pages.
I'm saying,
Auntie gonna see it. Auntie gonna comment like, tell your uncle call me. She ain't gonna know what the stat said.
Man, that should be so crazy when they be under that, baby, I love you.
The post talking about some city girls up 8, auntie under there talking about some you doing good.
But yeah, I definitely I can agree with that. You know, to people would have to be in that state of mind to type those things. I just feel like I don't know. To me, it still screams attention because there are other ways that you could actually just go get some real help. You know what I'm talking about? Or you know what I'm talking about? Try to go get some real understanding. Like to reach out to Facebook knowing there's gonna be people who gonna ridicule you, gonna make fun of you, gonna laugh at you, and you know this.
You see how I slowed up. You see how I slowed up. Like I said, I feel people now.
I thought you guys got tired of going to Facebook jail for people.
I did, but so I had to dial back. And I kind of let people, if you don't mention God and you really going through something, I let you get it off now. Just don't mention God.
Yeah, every time somebody mention God, I just be cringing, bro. I get on there like, I hate when I see people accomplish something and then they be like, man, I worked hard and bust my ass. If it wasn't for God, hold on, wait a minute. Didn't you just sit here and tell me you work hard and bust your ass?
Like old girl yesterday talking about some I passed both of my tests. Thank God I passed both of my tests. I said, thank God. Did you study or did you pray?
All right. And then I seen somebody got a job that they had been trying to get. And they was like, man, I know I worked hard to get here. And I just want to thank God. I was like, man, you not going to acknowledge what you did? Like, and that to me, I see what it is. Like, that's a conditioning of making people be humble. And I understand. To me, I don't think that people should have to be humble. I don't think there's nothing wrong with gloating and talking your shit, because a lot of people have worked hard and bent over backwards to get and accomplish things that they have. So you should brag about it. But in the middle of bragging, somebody else gonna feel like, dang, why they bragging? Because you ain't work hard, because you ain't bust your ass to get to where they got to. So now you want to tell them, dang, you ain't gonna thank God? Man, you don't get up out of here, man. I'll slap you in, God.
Man, you know, man, it's hard to talk about mental health.
Yeah, people don't talk about it because
motherfuckers gonna be like, not you going through something. Look at him going through something, y'all. Point at him and laugh. Not he going through something.
Bro, I go through stuff all the time, but I just wouldn't come to social media because I don't feel that I'm gonna get the answers. Only thing you're gonna get, I mean, I guess, you know what? Now that I think about it, man, you know, I guess some motherfucking likes can make you feel better. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like a whole bunch of likes and people telling you that I love you and shit.
Not closure.
You know what I'm saying? They might make you feel better and shit, man. Make you feel like, you know, you somebody and stuff, man. But I think
what's my laugh do then? Send you off the edge.
Man, how you ready to pull the trigger? Man, now I came up, bro, because it was a dude on live, bro. Facebook took his shit down, bro. He was on live. Did you see the video I sent you? I sent you the video. It was a snippet of it, bro. He was on live with a knife and everything, crying. I'm talking about real tears, nigga. You hear me?
Like
on here talking about he's finna, I don't know if he killed himself or not. He was on the phone with somebody and they was telling him like, man, you believe in God and you real religious. Like, I know you ain't finna go out like that. Like, ooh, it was just like, to me, I was like, man, they saying all the wrong shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? They was telling them, you know, like,
did you do it?
I don't know. Facebook took the video down, but he was live, bro. He was live like we are right now, bro, in a car with a big ass Rambo knife in his hand, bro. Like crying. I'm talking about crocodile tears, nigga, sweating like a motherfucker and shit. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know what had happened. I didn't catch the beginning of it, and I wasn't able to get in the comments because you know Facebook removed the whole thing from off of there. You know what I mean?
People were supporting that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it might be on YouTube somewhere, but shit, the way community standard is on there, they probably remove it off of there too. You know what I mean?
Man,
but I just think that
is a Drake video.
It was just like, man, I ain't want to not watch it, but I ain't want. That's why I sent it to you because I'm like, you
rather know than not.
Yeah, I knew you would watch it to the end. You know what I'm talking about?
And let you know what happened.
Man, bro, why when he stabbed himself right here?
Bro, you should have seen when it went 3 centimeters in.
Hey, you already know how I am. I'm like, bro, you know you can't unsee some shit, so I don't be wanting to see everything. So I'm like, damn, do I want to watch this nigga kill himself, bro? Like, is he finna really kill himself on lot? And I know people will do it, bro. And it comes from a mental breakdown, and it comes from, like, I guess it's the only voice that some people have, bro. You know, like sometimes people don't have nobody to reach out and talk to. So Facebook give you access to everybody. You know what I mean? Like at once. So I can tell everybody at once. So I can understand, like, I just feel like people who get on there talking about their problems, because I have thousands of problems. You know what I'm talking about? You will never see me post about them on Facebook because Facebook ain't gonna solve none of them. You know what I mean? Or they not even going to insist in me getting over them. They would probably just offer me a temporary happiness with likes and comfort of people. Don't do it, bro, man. It's going to get better, man. Just keep striving, man. God got you. They say God give his hardest wars to the strongest soldiers. You know what I'm saying?
I want to be the weakest one you got. I want to be the run of the match. I want to be the weakest one you got. I want you to know you can't count on me to stand for nothing strong.
I definitely feel you on that, man. Which, you know, tomorrow brings me into our next topic, man. I think the majority of black people problems come from financial, regardless of what anybody listen. Or
people be talking about shit. People with money have problems. Well, I'd rather have problems with money and give me both.
Yeah,
don't make me be broke. What you talking about?
You say
what are we doing here?
Both? Yeah.
Come on,
give
retail therapy. Retail therapy. Come on, now.
Man, and I was looking up, bro, that, you know what I'm saying, it's crazy, bro, that there's 2,000 and like, I want to say it's 2,732 billionaires in the entire world.
Say that number again.
2,732 billionaires in the entire world. That's all over the world. Billionaires, not millionaires. It's like 48 million millionaires. You know what I'm talking about in the world. I think, well, that might have been just in America. I'm not positive on that. So, like,
ain't no money in America.
Shit. I mean, America has between us and China, we have the most billionaires out of everybody.
Remember, I was telling you that did you watch that video about like how most of our money in our banks is from OPEC countries?
Yeah. Oil? Yeah, but see, that's the thing though. Like that's how I ended up looking up the shit. You know what I'm talking about? Because no, I was already looking it up before the end, and then I watched that video. But one of the things that I noticed was that even the people the oil people, they aren't at the top. It's the people with the tech companies that are at the top. You know what I'm talking about? Because you got Elon Musk, he got like 300 and something billion. You got Jeff Bezos with like 200 and something billion. Then you got Bill Gates with how many ever, he's some 200 and something billion. You got Mark Zuckerberg with like 100 and something billion. The black people it's only 15 black people Out of that 2,700, only 15 of them are black. Only 7 of them are American. You got Jay-Z, Kanye West, Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, Michael Jordan.
Tyler Perry, a billionaire?
Mm-hmm. Man, you know goddamn well them black exploitation movies he make was definitely gonna garner in. Man, listen, bro, them motherfuckers, like you got white people who think that's how black families really are. You know what I'm saying? Even though it does depict it to a certain extent.
Man, you took the word off for to say, well, shit, my family match.
You know what I'm talking about, to a certain extent, but I still think that it's over, like it be overly saturated though. You know what I'm talking about? Like it be over the top. Like, and that's why I call it black exploitation, because it's like that, like to me, there aren't no white movies like that showing how destructive white families are, you know what I'm talking about, of a continuum nature. You know what I'm talking about? Like he continually makes these types of movies.
Full House, Single Dad.
Yeah, but it's not showing the destructive behavior. You know what I'm talking about?
Shit, you got the Unc running through there slaying chicks. Shit. Well,
yeah, but that's normal. I mean, you know, in a man's life, like that's what's normal. A dude's supposed to have sex with a whole bunch of women. Like that's what some niggas think make you a man. I mean, we had that discussion with somebody.
Yeah, but you won't think that you gonna depict the white man like that.
Yeah, but I'm talking about they don't depict how the cousin had sex with her cousin's husband in these movies, and you know what I'm talking about, the one cousin strung out on crack and stole all the Christmas presents, and you know what I'm talking about, Unc locked up in the basement because he got mental issues and nobody addressed it. You know what I'm saying? So, and then there may be some movies that do show that about white people, but not on a continuum basis and not from the same artist over and over.
But
like
it's by design.
Yeah, it's by design.
Part of population control.
It's by design. Just like how it's only 17 of the 7 black people who are billionaires. You see that their money comes from entertainment. You know what I'm saying? It comes from basketball. It comes from music. Oprah Winfrey, you know, that's media. You know what I mean? You have two who I can't think of their names, man. And they got more money than all of them. One of them was the ex-executive at Goldman Sachs, and he runs he black. He runs an IT program that even has the government and Verizon as clients. And the other one, man, I forgot their names, man. I hate that I forgot their names, man. I had it written down. I ain't gonna leave out to go look at it and stuff. But of the 7, they're the only 2 that have billions in tech. Do you know how much money that the blacks have total though? Out of those 15 billionaires, they only have $65 billion combined.
How many is 3 black people supposed to have? Or 7 black people?
Mark Zuckerberg got 120 by itself.
They get that bag.
You know what I'm saying? So I was just talking about how different we are in the wealth game. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't have no financial literacy. Like we don't know nothing about stocks and bonds. We don't know nothing about real estate. Only thing we know about is chasing the bag and spending it all on designer and bills.
Man.
And then going back to work, just slave to the plantation and doing it all over again. Shit, you know, if anything about me, you know, I'm gonna get to a bag.
What you want with Zano?
Damn. Man, you know, if anything, man, I'm gonna get to a bag, man. You know, I'm gonna get to a bag, man. And spend it on designer and bills. And that's how, like, I've been trying to learn, like, how we can change ourselves mentally. And one of the main things that people can't change mentally is because we all stress over pretty much the same thing. We all stress over bills because we don't really have, like, people live paycheck to paycheck. You know, like once that check.
Tired of me saying this by design, but
yeah, I know it's by design. Of course, whoever set up the system wanted one set of people to be able to function better than others. But it's not like the other people can't set up themselves.
They just set back a little farther.
Yeah, just set back a little farther and stuff.
Yeah, work a little harder.
Yeah, man. But we're gonna go to another commercial here again, and we'll be right back here in 1 second, y'all. Damn, nigga. You here?
What up? What up?
Oh shit, you must have fell asleep or some shit, huh?
Nah,
Dr.
shit.
Phil had a doctor's appointment, didn't he?
Sure.
You know what I'm talking about? That nigga that got high was like, man, shit, the show.
Nah, shit. I've been here. Y'all niggas was doing on a 20-minute commercial.
Damn, nah, nigga, that commercial was 5 seconds, man.
That time it was. I'm talking about the first commercial.
You been here? Why you ain't been? Why you ain't been
tapped you in? He could have been clicked you in, man. You was just in the background, just watching from the background.
Yeah, I was just sitting here listening.
Oh yeah, man, he could have been here, man.
Yeah, I seen it. They got studies like that. If that's what you're talking about, on how this black couple tried to sell their house and get, what is it called? Get it valued by the bank. They valued it real low. And then so they had the neighbors come in and they took their pictures and stuff all over out the house. Had the white neighbors come through and act like it was their house, and they got almost double on the appraisal. I believe. I hate if that's not what she's talking about, because I just went off.
Yeah, that's what she's talking. That's what she's talking about. I'm sure that's what she's talking about. I think they had the people on whatchamacallit. I mean, I'm pretty sure that, you know what I mean? Like I said, like we were saying, the system is designed for one set of people to continue to be in power. You know what I mean? And
yeah, I heard.
Go ahead.
Swiss said the same thing about the venue they booked for the verses. He was talking about they paid like 5 times more than the white people for the venue to do the verses. Like, it's that same way with everybody.
I could see that. Just because shit, look, you see the niggas almost was ready to fight on there. They almost had to exercise their insurance on that motherfucking shit. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's probably a higher liability. So I could see how that, I don't know, I couldn't see how the house value could be changed. You know what I mean? Or it could just be shit, dude just probably wanted to just lowball him. Dude might could just be a sleazy ass.
Hey, you say he needed, he was down bad.
Yeah, he probably was like, shit, I'm finna tell them this, and I'm finna backdoor him and buy it. And then resell this motherfucker. He might have just been crooked. You know what I mean? Cause like, I just don't like, if you looking at the house, like just because it's people was owners is black, unless dealing with people who buy houses, you have seen that people are less likely to buy from somebody who is black than they are from somebody who white, then that would be understandable, you know, and they're telling them that your house just gonna sit there because ain't nobody gonna believe that no black person house is worth this much. Like, it must be a catch to it, or you know what I mean, or they ain't got no good upkeep, or you know what I'm saying, because it's a lot of things that black people will do to homes that, or do to things that devalue them. Like a black person will buy a Rolex and then they'll get diamonds put on it. As soon as you walk out the door, it's not worth what it used to be worth. You could try to sell it right back to the jeweler, and he's not going to pay you what you just paid for it.
He ain't thinking about selling it back.
Listen, because you devalued it, because once you changed it from being a regular Rolex, now you done put all these diamonds in here, thinking you making it more valuable, when in reality you bringing the value down of it because it's not in its original state. You know what I mean? Like, it's like if I got an Xbox and I modified the motherfucker and I try to sell it back to Microsoft, they're gonna be like, what the fuck is this? I'm be like, but no, now
not your warranty ain't effective.
Hey, they gonna be like, like, no, you can play Nintendo games on here now. They gonna be like, man, you don't get the fuck out of here.
Like, who are you, Soldier Boy?
Yeah, man. They gonna be
I'm
like,
the first rapper to play
working,
Nintendo on
man.
Xbox.
That's not working, man. But yeah, before you came in, Double, I'm pretty sure you heard in the background we was talking about the billionaires and stuff, man. What's your take on that?
Shit. It starts generationally. Like, a lot of them people that got money had parents that had money, and then they passed it down to them, and then they was able to build off that. Like, I be telling people this all the time.
Actually, when I looked at it, it said that 55% of all the billionaires actually have built themselves from the ground up. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it wasn't from generational wealth, but the other 40% of it is, you know what I'm talking about? But I just want to throw that out there too, though. Every black person who did, though, had got theirs from poverty on up, though. You know what I'm talking about? But I was just saying the general consistency.
I could guarantee you, like, out of that 50%, probably 80% of them is like tech. It's damn near, it's new money for real. Like, it's literally new money. So that's how they got it. But the rest of the people is like, they built it, and even some of them, they built off somebody having money. Like even Paul Allen and Bill Gates' parents had money. They weren't broke. You know what I'm saying? Like they built off something. But like, so it starts there. You know what I'm saying? And then we don't even like the techie type of the shit that it takes to get money. We don't do other than sports. You know what I'm saying? And then even then, like, how many Jay-Z's are there? One. That's why he's the one on the list. Tyler Perry, like you could say whatever you want about him. There's only one of him. You know what I mean? Like he grinded his shit from the bottom all the way from the bottom up.
I will never take away from what he.
And then you know what I'm saying? Like,
I just don't like his movies.
I feel you, but his grind is what got him to where he was at. Like he had the vision to
from doing plays to you know what I'm talking about to making movies to and one thing about Tyler Perry is that he hired black. You know what I'm talking about? Like he definitely support people. You know what I'm talking about? Like he put people on. You know, like all the bad things that they would say to him. Like I could say the same thing about Jordan. You know what I'm talking about? Like he's one of the billionaires.
And he grinded. He white. He on the white list. To me, he white.
You said
he made it the white way. Yeah, he white. He bought in.
Shoes cost too much.
He bought in.
I don't buy them.
You don't buy them?
I don't wear Jordan.
Yeah, that ain't Jordan.
I let somebody else buy them for me, but I ain't buying those damn Jordan. I wish I would pay $300 for some shoes.
Like $300 now?
Man, they get more expensive every
year. He's the greatest hustler that ever lived. They remaking the same shoe and people still buying them again.
Hey, bro,
this is a great hustle.
Increasing the price.
It's a great hustle.
On my tweaking.
You said it's a great hustle.
Great hustle.
You can't knock the hustle.
He gonna be selling the Jordan ones for $1,000 in 10 years.
But people gonna keep buying it. Why would you run your business?
I'm not mad at them. Then they rushing to go get them too. Like, yo, you about to go get them fives?
Man, you see
the same ones that just came out
man,
2 years ago.
Man, they keep the same strand. Like, yeah, I just got this OG, bro.
This nigga changed the color on them like they
and
put velvet on them, put them in a briefcase.
Nah, see, them was dark blue. These is blue.
Get the suede, put them in a briefcase, charge $1 million.
The slogan is, if you blink, you will miss it.
Man, then they got niggas out here like, if you can't afford it, just say that, bro.
And niggas standing in line, dirtying up the old ones to get the new ones.
Right, and then, but look, like you were saying, I heard you say this. We not into the stock type of shit. Like, and our stock is ourself. Like, just generally, even before it gets to stock, we don't have any type of saving mentality as a culture. I tell people this shit all the time. People relate money to how they spend it. Like, that's it. Like, the reason why a motherfucker tell you $1,000 or $2,000 ain't shit, they're gonna immediately start talking about how they spend it. Like, nigga, $2,000 ain't shit. Nigga, my rent is this, that. But you can't go nowhere and short nobody the amount of money you saying ain't shit. Like, in a conversation, $300 ain't shit to us, but tell your landlord you $300 short. You're gonna be a house short. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like, okay, get out there.
Yeah.
You can't just keep, you know what I'm saying? But to us, it's like, man, that ain't shit. I don't give a fuck. I'll bet 300. I'll go to the club and throw 300. But you will pay the full money.
Nigga rent. I throw your rent in the club.
I know, but then you're gonna pay it to your landlord. You're not gonna argue. You're not gonna talk back. None of that. You know what I'm saying? So that it's our mentality. From
my weed costs $500 a zip.
Trying to tell you. And so, like, it starts there. We don't even have the mentality to really run it up the way we act like we do. We don't. Because we want to spend it. We've already spent it before we had it.
Got it. Niggas got made plans on the niggas whole check be gone. As soon as the motherfucker get the motherfucker already, I'm finna do this, I'm finna do that, and pay that bill, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get these J's. Cause shit, them motherfuckers come out. I'm finna get online right now. I gotta get on the sneaker app and see if I could get chosen to get the shoes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Christmas coming up, buy kids a whole bunch of presents that they ain't gonna play with in February. You know what I'm saying? And some Jordans.
That shit crazy.
Could have spent all that money in some stocks and bonds and then the child would be able to buy their own presents for the whole next year.
Hey, I used to be pissed. My mom used to give me clothes. I wanted toys.
Damn, you say you wanted something to play with. I used to hate clothes
toys.
too. She knew better than you. She knew better than you. She knew you ain't need no motherfucking toy. She knew you weren't gonna play with them in a minute, and she knew that they was gonna that them pants you had on was a little tight.
Hey, bro, I went nuts one Christmas, boy. I went down to open all clothes. I left. I pissed. Well, we went to Walmart that morning. Got me some damn toys, bro. I wasn't going. Like, I ain't never finna short me on this shit that the white man made up and told me it was Jesus' birthday and ain't no Jesus. Oh, my bad. I went off on a tangent. My bad.
Oh, shit.
I got sidetracked.
Yeah, okay.
Woo-hoo.
My fault if I made you uncomfortable, bro. My bad.
Oh, I don't know if D Double believe in God or not. I ain't really
He lit that cigarette. He got to when I said that.
No, this is
My
these
name.
is I done went the Wiz Khalifa route today.
That was my name.
These is joints.
It'll make sense later.
He said you smoke a cigarette.
Because I talked about Jesus.
But but listen though, I grew up in church, but then I grew up. I would just put it like that.
Right,
like
what dudes say, I believe in God, so I got to the age of reason and logic.
It's a lot of stuff. Like I said, I tell people this all the time. If God wanted me to believe the Bible, he wouldn't have put it in written form. Like I could read it and see and read that it's some bull. Like I know how to read. Like, yo, this don't add up. This don't go together. Like if he wanted me to believe it, it would have came in a different form. Like, nah, this a book. I can read this. I know what this is. Like, yo, this a book. Hey, this is a book right here. You know, I can just read this, right? And be like, this don't go with this, and this ain't going with this, and then I'm not gonna believe it, right? You know, this a book, right? This a book. I can read it. People don't feel it that way.
They don't feel it that way. They look at it as divine, and it came from somewhere.
It's not. And then
Ray saying, I imagine like God just dropped it out the
but
sky.
it's a lot of messages in there you can get.
Motherfucker found it.
Yeah, I definitely will agree with that. Like there are definitely
it's a lot of revelation in the Bible that you can get once you start.
Dr. Seuss.
It is, I guess. But like I said, once you stop taking it so literal, then you can get the message.
But why would I guard a book with my life that I shouldn't take literal? And my life is literal. Reality.
I don't do that. I don't subscribe to that. Other people do. But it's really a business. That's really what it is.
What is VOA
like
for your information?
Like no different than we was just talking about this. Joel Osteen inherited a business. That is literally what he did. He was born into a multi-million-dollar business. All he had to do was just go to church.
And that was it.
That's it. He said it himself. He didn't want to be a pastor. I wouldn't want to be. I'd be a pastor right now if my daddy was a pastor and he was making millions, and then he died, and I could make the millions. It'd be a sermon right now. It'd be service. I'd be Bible studying right now.
I definitely could see Camino doing that. It'd be a lot different if talking about if Marvina ran a missionary service that was $1 billion company. I could definitely see.
You understand? Like, get your Bibles out. I want you to turn to Luke 85.
That's what Joel Osteen is. He's an actor. He's like the highest paid actor in the world right now. Joel Osteen, for real.
Did you see the story about the
plumber? Turn to your neighbors and say, neighbor, we hear it.
Like Creflo Dollar gonna be on the billionaire list. He running it up.
Go on, Tone.
Atheist podcast.
Go on, Tone.
Coming on from all these different names and shit.
Yeah, Tone, you ain't shit.
Hey, listen, man. We not atheists though. You know what I'm talking about? We just are able to.
We just don't subscribe to invisible people.
Yeah, we just are able to look at things for the reality. Like most of those things, like you have people out here praying and talking about they hoping for change, and like there's people in the hospital. I ain't gonna even go into it right now because we was talking about something else.
We gonna have another episode about that though. Yeah, you tune in if you.
Yeah,
Claire,
if you can. Yeah, you could come on.
Tone,
and it was somebody else on there that said we so ungrateful too. Like, damn, what am I ungrateful about? Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, I'm well aware that everything that I get in life is a result of me. Anytime I got in trouble, it was because of me. anytime I got out of trouble, it was because somebody was like, okay, maybe he learned his lesson and let him out of trouble. You know what I'm talking about? It wasn't no divine shit behind it. Even though I was praying, there was niggas who deserved. There was dudes. You not finna tell me that there was dudes who shouldn't even have been.
From the bottom of the boat.
There you aren't finna tell me there aren't people who I've seen people who's locked up who shouldn't even have been locked up. They praying to God, they didn't get out. I'm praying to God and I got out. So why was I more deserving when I did what I did and they didn't do what they did? Why is there a man who's getting out of jail after doing 42 years, you know what I'm talking about, in prison? Why God ain't answer that man prayers?
And life ain't that long.
Anything. He can't even get that. He can't even get that time back.
Everything
and y'all have the whole mindset of something's gonna happen to them in the future. You know what I'm saying? And that whole thing is where the confusion comes in to me, because the mental anguish that people have to go through for their entire life, waiting for somebody who did something to them to be punished for it, isn't fair. What kind of God would create a creature and have you go have a child get molested, go through all this mental anguish, and thinking that, oh, well, the rapist is going to hell and you're going to get eternal life. Man, that person may mentally grow up fucked up and fuck up somebody else or start the trend all over again. You know what I'm talking about? We've seen it happen. So y'all just, man, religion is just a hope and a wish for people, and it's a comfortability. I understand it. It has propelled people forward. It's the reason we have lots of the things we have. If we didn't have religion, we wouldn't have people.
I was a kid, though. That's all I'm just talking about.
My bad.
All kids are ungrateful. You telling me something I don't know?
That nigga ungrateful
what right now? What 6-year-old ain't ungrateful? Yeah, come on now.
Somebody could buy that nigga some weed right now. You be like, damn, this ain't no gas.
Come on, man. Like, this ain't hot.
You know what I'm saying? Hey,
see, they cloning people.
Hey, listen, did you see the but before we get off to Joel Osteen, did you see the thing about the plumber where they had the plumber was working in the bathroom and broke into the wall and found like 500 envelopes with thousands of dollars stuff behind the wall?
Yeah, I seen it.
People know about it. People talk too much.
Man,
he told
because he turned it in.
I would have quit.
Man, went straight home. Listen, what's so crazy is that nobody know where the money came from, but they said in 2014 or 2016, somebody has stole $600,000 from that church, and that might be the money.
What do you mean, Mike? Stash
You say motherfucker stash that shit and got on
around.
Yeah, they clone.
Reward.
They cloning people, man. I'm sitting here looking up. I try to look up old boy.
Hold on 1 second. We're blaming the creator for people's free will. How is there free will when a being already knows exactly what's going to happen in the beginning, the middle, and the end? That's not free will if somebody knows the decisions you're gonna make. That's
cap.
Will. That's foolishness. You're mentally enslaved to an idea because that's what you have been conditioned to think. There's no such thing. There would be no such thing as free will. We actually do have free will, but it's not given to us by a being. We have free will because we're responsible for everything. We're the ones who cause all these atrocities in the world. We're the ones who make the world a better place. We're the ones who create all these things. It ain't no being behind it. That's where your mind is.
I can't believe people subscribe to that we all came from Adam and Eve. Like, people are nuts. I can't, like,
and just believe it.
When white people had to start it black, because that's how you can't make color out of white. So
but what you were saying, Double, you were saying about they clone. You think they cloning people?
Yeah.
I don't believe they clone people. I mean,
look, I'm looking up Davis
clones, but I don't believe that. Like there's a thing on Facebook, I mean on YouTube right now, where people are talking about people wear masks. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I seen a dude who did a video who's saying that Daylight was Virgil Abloh, or however you say his last name. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Like the dude
that's weird.
Like he said that, look, if you look at their face, he looked like this and he looked like that. Look at him, he this. You know what I'm saying? It's like a whole video about how people. What's that echo coming from?
It ain't me.
Headphones. I don't know.
Maybe I was tone. I don't know. But anyways, it's a whole video of people. It's a whole genre of people saying that people are masking and acting like the dude's videos are saying that Young Dolph never
It
existed.
gotta be, bro.
All
That
of
ain't me.
it, man.
I'm
Listen,
my mic.
it's like people just no, is it me?
I can't hear it.
Yo. Your mic muted, right? Saying
Because I was seeing if it was me.
it ain't you. I think it might be.
Yes, I think it's you, D Double. It might be. I don't know. Yo. Yeah, that's you. That's on your end. But anyways, as I was saying though, Dolph, you know what I'm talking about? Like these people are wearing masks and they fake their death, and you know what I'm talking about? Like it's to me, I already know the people who making the content are making it because they're getting paid by the views. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's people behind it, like, oh man, I'm gonna do this. It's the people who believe the shit to me. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's like what you was talking about on your story earlier, Doug. What you were saying about the people with the high frequency, low frequencies. What you were saying, they were saying, Doug.
I was saying people don't know what the fuck they talking about. To basically, to sum it up, people just learn terms and use them motherfuckers. But honestly, I wasn't even saying that for no deep reason. I'm looking up my man, this David Stewart, the black dude, like the second richest billionaire.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see who got who what their wives look like. You know what I'm saying? And then his wife literally looks exactly like Kamala Harris. So it's like, yo, do they just got one meta black lady for the she's the second richest wife, she's the vice president. Like y'all,
she just gotta look. That's what you talking about, cloning that they might be. Now see, listen. Now I'm not saying that they.
But yeah, I was just being funny though.
Yeah, my thing is that I believe that people can be cloned. I already know that. Like they already showed us they can clone meat. They have clone meat. I remember when they passed the law saying that they could sell clone meat and they didn't have to label if it was clone meat or not.
Does clone meat literally mean clone meat?
Yeah,
like
literally mean that they grew it in the lab, meaning that it didn't come from out of an animal. They just took the cells and they grew it themselves. You know what I'm talking about? That way they can control it from disease, different types of things. You know what I'm talking about? You're able to do if you clone the meat. They're able to take the cells and grow it in the lab. I'm assuming they're taking a whole slab and taking it, you know what I'm talking about? And they, hold on, let me read this comment real quick.
That's tone, bro.
Because the creator knows what is going to happen does not mean that you don't make your own choices. That doesn't make sense. No, you don't make sense. You know what I'm talking about? The simple fact that you think that how is it free will, right? I'm going to explain this to you. How is it free will if the person who created you created the thought, created the action, created the thing that you do, knows the decision you are going to make, regardless of whatever the decision it is? That is not free will. You are not using your brain. You are limiting yourself because what you have been conditioned to understand. That's the only thing you're doing. I ain't gonna even have to keep going. If you want to come on the show and we can talk about it, that's cool.
We can tap you in right now, Claire. We can send you a link right now.
Yeah, we can get you in, Claire.
So you can voice your opinion.
Yeah, because a lot of them preachers been preaching cap and getting tithes and offering for it.
For years, they be like, I remember I was watching that one video you showed me. Cam, what was dude's name? I think his name was Higgins or something like that.
Dr. Ray Higgins.
And how he was talking about like how y'all been going to church for all these years, and the same shit you learned when you was 5 years old is the same shit you learning as an adult. Like you ain't learned nothing else outside of that. You know what I'm talking about? Like it's the same
Claire.
shit.
He talking about Claire. Yeah, he was. Yeah, that's.
He didn't create your actions. How did he not create your actions? If he created everything, how would he not have created your actions? He created evil. He created the devil. If he's the creator of all, that means he created everything. Even if he didn't make you choose the action, he still created the action, the thought of you even wanting to complete the action.
So you just
like
you're going to attend her LD class because she invites you every time.
You sure right, man. I'm gonna stop entertaining and stuff. Hey, Tone, matter of fact, don't even put her comments up no more. Anyways, what you were saying, D Double, as far as the billionaires and stuff. Why do you think that
He jumped to the
Mark,
billionaires. You was talking about Ray Haggis, man.
hey, oh yeah, I was talking about Ray Haggis. She just threw me all off because I'm like, how do you like? Because I just be confused on how y'all say he the creator of all these things, of everything. God created everything, but then you'll be like, oh no, he ain't create evil. How did it get here?
But God didn't. God never told them that.
He put it back. That's Tone.
That's the whole thing. God never told them that. Somebody else said that.
Exactly.
And they believed it.
Because
God never was like, yo, I know everything. God never was like, yo, I know everything, bro. Everything.
Somebody just said that God told them.
It's nuts for people for people to believe that God just confided in people to go spread his word. Like, here, go. Like, that is nuts. And it's in a book. Like bruh said, that's nuts. It's in a book.
It's a book.
I can understand. Like, that's
it don't go together.
Like a slap in the face.
You think it
but
would
no, but like
it'd been like he would have sent out a digital.
They could have been all I'm saying is like they weren't that great of writers.
I get it.
So like you coming into an advanced era where people are great writers now and you're getting them to read your work. So I get to critique it. So it's like, oh,
wow. Not peer review.
Oh, you did this and then you said that, but that don't go with that. He came and did what? Oh, that's funny.
They gave us
Are you saying you fed how many with took?
You 5,000 people with 5 loaves of bread, man.
But no, like seriously though, like some of the stuff in the book, like if you just read it, like I said, it's a book. If you just read it and put it together, it's like, whoa, like wait a minute, why was Elisha doing the same miracles as Jesus? Like he raised somebody from the dead, he changed the water. Like maybe that's just the go-to miracles. Like that was just what they thought about when they thought of miracles. Like, oh yeah, raise them from the dead. Like, oh yeah, that's a good one. Oh, that's raising from the dead. Like, yeah. It's like reusing bars in a battle rap. Like, and the last dude didn't know that they used that bar already with the walking on water. Like, yo, no, like he already raised somebody from the dead. Oh, you gonna do it too? All right, cool. Okay, cool. Yep.
Hey, listen.
Oh yeah, so I'm gonna write this.
I said, man, listen. I said, bro, they used fire because at the time, fire was probably the most harmful thing to man at the time. That's why they say you're gonna burn in hell. I said, man, I would have what? There's thousands of other ways it's worse than burning in fire for eternity. You know what I'm saying? But because that was one drastic thing that they couldn't control and something that was still unnatural to them.
They could have scared me more about
even the way they describe heaven is some human type of stuff. Like the gates are pearls. And the streets are gold. Like, where's some diamonds at? Like, God ain't had no diamonds. He ain't had nothing. And why would he just waste his time doing all this anyway? He's never gonna get tired of the gold and do something else. Like, you know, let me upgrade heaven.
They would scare me more about telling me hell is a dark room with tacks all on the floor and you got to be barefoot for eternity. That would have scared me more than hell.
No, like a lot of this stuff made up. Like that's all it is. Yeah, and people know a lot of it. People know it's made up and still just act like it's not. That's what kills me.
What you on with Claire?
I think what it is it's the fear of like it's the fear that's been instilled in people of like you'll get people to be like, yeah, you know what, you got a point, you right, and then they'll walk off still believing in the shit. You know what I'm talking about? And it's
I know Jesus died for my sins.
It's certain stuff I believe in. Like it's something. Like the Bible is not real, but there's a something other than us. I don't know what. I don't care what somebody tells me.
To believe that it could be something else because of it. You know what I'm talking about? Like the whole logic of them saying that you couldn't get something from nothing. There had to have been something, but that also negates. If there was a God, then somebody would have to create God.
You know my thing is this: I feel like people. Let's assume that the story happened in some way. People misrepresent who the devil actually is. Like they act like he's just some bum. Like no, I feel like he's like a brother. Like these are like two brothers. It's not like I'm the bum and you're the guy. No, bro. Like I'm out here doing what I want to do, and you better not say nothing to me, type of thing, or else I'll slap you, type of thing. Like the devil, not some punk. Like he's around here doing what he wants. And even in the Bible, like they describe him as that dude like that. Like how is you? Like even in the Bible, like Jesus was in the wilderness, and the devil just got to walking him around. He walked him up the mountain, and like, okay, so you want me to pray to the dude to fight the dude that just can walk in and make him do what he wants? Like, wait a minute, why am I praying to him? Like, why? You are the dude I'm praying to you, right? But when he comes in, he can just make you go somewhere. He walks you up to the mountain. So wait a minute, what if I need a prayer answer? He can just come in and walk you away, and now I need a prayer answer. He walks you away. Like, yo, this is the nigga with the power.
That's what happened with the slaves.
This nigga right here is the guy. And people act like they don't understand that. Like, so it's like, even if this was true, it's some things we don't know. Mm-hmm. And people try to talk about it like they do know, and they literally don't.
And see, that's how I think a lot of people misunderstand. Like when they say, like, oh, y'all atheists, it's not that. Like, I actually hope it is a being that created all of this. You know what I'm talking about? It just,
I believe in God. I don't care what y'all say. I just don't believe in the Bible.
I don't believe in the Bible. I don't believe in religion.
But I don't believe in
any of the concepts of it being a God. But the reason I don't is from my own personal experiences with this shit. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I've been Muslim. Like, I fasted for Ramadan for years, prayed 5 times a day, got up in the middle of the night praying, all these types of things. Nothing changed because I was under the impression that I was doing things that were pleasing to God. But in reality, none of those things have anything to do with the atrocities that still face us in reality. You know what I mean? Like, people always want to say that the devil is behind some evil action without not having all the information about why something happened. You know what I mean? Like, we assign agency to things that we can't explain. Like, okay,
the devil is human, bro. The devils wrote the Bible. I forgot to tell y'all that, man. The devils wrote the Bible. Plot twist.
You say this season 2?
Yeah. B-roll. Yeah. What you say? Full screen, me tone.
Hey, listen. Hey, listen. Then he wrote the Bible. Then they be like, you know what? It do make sense because that's why it always got so many flaws in it.
He won't
that book is different. That book different. It's a book.
You know what Fonte said? Everybody who got kids and not married, hell is waiting.
Man, all the people who on my stat, Claire. Hey, Claire, let's check your background since you wanted her so holy.
You say, do she got any kids?
Man, I'm finna go down the list and see what we can exempt her.
I'll put in a prayer for you. Don't worry about it, man.
I'll send one up too for sure.
You know, Cam, he one of God's favorites and shit. That nigga just won a Facebook lottery the other day for $25 for nothing. You know,
all I'm saying, God not the problem. It's the people talking about it.
For $45.
I did. I be coming up Facebook like my
that nigga
like
won
home
the new
field.
Xbox. You hear me, Doctor? You hear me, D-Double? The new one for $45, a raffle.
God not the problem. It's the people that's talking about it.
I swear to God. That's
who it is.
Problem. We the ones who created everything that we think is bad, bro. Like, at the end of the day, I think that people have a hard time with facing that humans are some fucked up motherfuckers.
No, you know what the biggest problem is that people have used whatever religion as a scapegoat for their fucked up shit, like you said. Like a person, you praying for a relationship, you praying for finances when you not doing the stuff you need to be doing to get it the way it's supposed to be. Like, you was blessed with the knowledge and you just want to sit up and expect somebody to give you the answer that you literally already got.
Hey, Racine,
you know what I'm saying?
It just dawned on me that we need water to survive, right? You know that, right? And we get charged for it, man.
I mean, because you have to understand, we made up bills.
That's what I'm saying. Made them up. This shit all could be free. Everything came from something free.
But see, then it wouldn't benefit. Like, certain people was like, man, hell no. If they ain't gonna understand, if they don't want to understand it, man, fuck them people, man.
He said if they don't want to understand, man.
Man, somebody was like, man, fuck them people, man.
You said it was somebody at the meeting, but
man,
no.
We could just we could just all share in this all together, man. Fuck that. You know what I'm talking about? Like, cause you're not gonna tell me that, like, why the fuck do people in Somalia don't have running water? You know what I'm talking about? Bro. Like, what kind of God would create it where one set of people would be better off versus another set of people? You know what I mean? Like, what makes me so much better that I was born in America and not in Somalia because God said they should struggle and I shouldn't. And I ain't gonna even give a fuck about I'm gonna grow up not even appreciating my running water.
It ain't what it is.
God
didn't give you.
I could go in the kitchen right now and turn that motherfucking faucet on and get some water where another motherfucker got to walk 3 miles at 5 a.m. to go get some water that may not even be that clean. That he got to share with thousands of other people. You know what I'm saying? What made them less deserving of running water and made me more of deserving of running water? And I don't even appreciate it.
Location.
Man, I'll leave that motherfucking water running the whole show. You know
we complain about stuff like we complain about stuff that they would love. Man. Like you would taste them like, yo, it ain't enough sugar in this Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
They'd be like, yo, this is the best drink ever.
You hear me? Like, man, who made this shit? Man, this shit bitter as a mother. Man, what the fuck is this?
Bullshit. I'll leave the water running the whole show.
Man, no appreciation of the water, bro. You hear me?
And she told me I was ungrateful. Tell me I'm grateful too.
Hey, I'm actually trying to be grateful for things, though. You hear me? Just because I'm able to recognize those things, man. And I think that's the thing with Black people. Like, our mindset is so differently. Like, I wanted to talk about how we are such a disadvantage in the financial world that this is the reason that people hold on to religion so much, because of a hope and a whim and a prayer that life gonna get better later on.
But whereas people swear they don't pray for money.
Man,
but it's funny that you say this because it all relates. Nat Turner was a minister. Mm-hmm. Didn't you see that? I know you seen the movie. Yeah. He was a preacher, and then he stopped preaching. You know what I'm saying? He stopped preaching once he realized that this was what I did. Like, this is how they keeping me here.
Mm-hmm. Because they got it's literally people who was born who thought that they were supposed to be slaves. You know what I mean? Like, it was literally people who
plan was working.
And that's the thing.
Cruise control.
Man, you said they had his own cruise control.
People still that way right now, though.
Man, I swear to God, we like that right now.
It ain't no different. I mean, it's different, but not really.
And what I feel, man, if we can come to an understanding or a better understanding of financial literacy, then that will remove a lot of the chains that we have on ourselves. Like, we only look at money, like what you said, D-Double. We express money as far as we can spend it. You know what I'm talking about? Like, we only talk about it as far as like, I'm finna, shit, 200. What'd you say? 300? Oh man, that ain't shit. Nigga, my rent cost that. Nigga, I throw that in these bitches at the club. Man. You hear me? And then the stripper, she leaving from there. What? $1,000 ain't shit. I just made that last night. You hear me?
Y'all broke ass niggas ain't about to $2,000, nigga. I ain't about to come for nigga. I can make
that doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Man, $200, man, I could do that. But what you say, you can't short that landlord that $200 though. If it ain't nothing, you can't tell that nigga, hey man, I only got $200 rent for. He gonna be like, well, shit, all right, I'm gonna charge you $5 for every day you're late.
Told motherfuckers, I'd rather be a landlord than a boyfriend.
Why?
I'd rather be a landlord than a boyfriend, dog.
Why? Landlord get paid on time?
You got to give me money, and you ain't about to call me broke while you doing it. We not going half. We not doing nothing. You're paying me.
That's deep.
Ooh, you say you'd rather be a landlord than a boyfriend?
You're going to work for me every month.
Every month to make sure that I can pay my bills.
Yes.
And then you call her broke
Absolutely.
when she give you the rent.
You know what
Can't say
I'm
nothing to
saying?
me. You gonna be real cordial with me because you want to live here. Respectful and every motherfucking thing. Hey, Mr. Love.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What's up? What's up, Keisha?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Did the Section 8 come through?
Man, you hear me?
Gotta
Man, but
say.
listen, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. This is another episode of Allegedly, man. We appreciate Dr. Real stepping in, man. D Double, man,
Yeah.
love when you come through, man. We're gonna definitely bring you back again, man.
All right,
Camino Wrong and your boy Streatz, man. We out this motherfucker, man.
Hey everyone, it's Lizette Martinez here. Guess what? I have a new show, Let's Talk, on the Address the Culture Network.
Dressing the culture, I'm addressing the culture, huh? Addressing the culture, I'm addressing the culture, huh? Addressing the culture.
I'm an author, and my name is Lizette Martinez. I wrote Jingo number 9, How to Survive Our County. My book is available on Amazon and also Barnes & Noble. Check it out. We'll be bringing you great content, exclusive interviews, and a view into my world. Be sure to tune in. Check out my boy, Big Wall, on Address the Culture.
60 Soul Boy.
Dressing the culture, I'm addressing the culture, huh? Addressing the culture, I'm addressing the culture, huh? Addressing the culture, I'm addressing the culture, huh? Addressing the culture, I'm addressing the culture. We gon' talk about it. Come address the culture, we gon' talk about it. Come address the culture.
Brick by brick, you get your boy Big Wall.
And P Stock here, you know, for addressing the culture. It's that time.
Hardly wrong when I'm right, I'm hardly correct. Hardly alive, but I'm good, but hardly a mess. Hard to survive when you living life with regret. Hard to rely on the lies you're telling yourself. If I don't die from the pain, it's gonna be from the regret.